Publius Vergilius Maro, the second Eclogue, episode 6. Non ne fuit satius tristis amarilidos irdras, atque superba pati fastidia nonne menancon, quam vis leneger quam vis tu candidus esses? Here is a more careful account of the scansion of this dactylic hexameter of the spondies and dactyls. Non ne fu, that's a dactyl. It, sati, that's a dactyl. Us, tree, that's a spondy. Stis, ama, that's a dactyl. Rre, lidos, irdras, dactyl, and then along in anceps. The second line, at, que, su, dactyl. Per, ba, pa, dactyl. T, fa, spondy. T, dia, dactyl. Non ne me nal con. Here we have what's called the bucolic diaresis. This is worth mentioning for a moment. A diaresis is when the end of the word, fastidia, and the end of the foot coincide. That's a diaresis. It's called a bucolic diaresis because, once again, Theocritus, the inventor of pastoral poetry, was very fond in the Greek of putting a diaresis right here, after the fourth and before the fifth foot. Vergil imitated this in this set of poems and in other places, and it came to be called the bucolic diaresis. Then the last one, quam vis leneger quam vis tu candidus esses. So we have spondy, dactyl, spondy, dactyl, and then a long and anceps. Notice again the bucolic diaresis here, where the end of the foot to and the end of the word correspond. When the foot comes in the middle of a word, like this, it's called a caesura. And so here we have a caesura because the end of the foot, the third foot here, is in the middle of the word quam vis. Now the meaning. It starts out with a question, nonne, and nonne anticipates the answer yes. So for nonne fuit, we would say, wasn't it enough? Nonne fuit satius. Wasn't it more than enough? Wasn't it more than adequate? And what is it that was more than adequate? It's pati. Pati here is a passive infinitive from the third conjugation deponent verb pati or pati, like so, and passus. It means to suffer or to endure. So wasn't it more than adequate, satius? Here's the comparative from the adjective satis, the indeclinable adjective satis. Wasn't it more than enough to endure? Now, pati will have two objects. The first object is irdras, which is feminine plural and accusative, and is modified by tristis. Now, when you look at this form, you might say, I thought tristes, like so, was the accusative plural in the third declension. It's true, but in poetry, the ending can be either is or es. So tristis is modifying irdras. Wasn't it more than enough to endure, to suffer the angry sorrows, the tristis irdras of Amaryllis? Now, I translated this angry sorrows, but of course, irdras is the noun and tristis is the adjective. So we could also say the sad anger. Amarilidos is feminine, singular, and genitive. Feminine, singular, and genitive. It's from a Greek word, obviously, and I've put the picture of the amaryllis flower here as a colorful allusion to this character. The second object of pati is fastidia. Fastidia is neuter, plural, and accusative, and it's modified by superba in the same gender number case. Now, fastidia means loathing or disdain, disgust, loathing, disgust, aversion, something like that, and it's modified by superba, so the haughty disdain, perhaps, or the haughty disgust. Notice how Vergil picks his word order, tristis irdras, adjective, noun, superba fastidia, adjective, noun, each interrupted by another word, amarilidos, here a noun in the genitive, and pati, an infinitive, which is a verbal noun. Then Vergil asks another question, or actually, this is Corydon. He is the speaker in this poem. Wasn't it enough? Nonne. We have to understand fuit satius in there, and we have to understand pati as well in this portion. Was it not more than enough to have endured menalcus? Menalcon is masculine singular and accusative. Like amarilidos in the feminine, these are both Greek words that have been adapted into Latin, and so their endings look somewhat unfamiliar. Wasn't it enough to have endured menalcus, although he was dark and you were quite fair? Candidus esses. So we have here esses, which is second singular. It's imperfect, subjunctive, and it is active from the verb esse. Then we have 4 nominatives, ille and niger, tu, and candidus. These are all masculine singular and nominative subjects of esses. For ille and niger, we would expect esset, but it's been left out in the third singular. And then for tu, referring to Alexis, it's second singular. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that free lesson. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/LatinPerDiem. And if you really loved it, you can leave a tip right here as a super fan. Thank you so much.